Welcome back to the Hustle Podcast. It's your host, Caleb Westra, Logan Smith, CJ Hester. We're in for a treat. We're missing the wonderful John Hope tonight. Let's dive in. So, to start off, who's in, who's out? Minnesota does the rowing egg. The year of something. What year has this been, and who stands out? Quarterbacks, running backs, coaches, defense, special teams. Bullshit. We don't know. Oklahoma versus Baylor. Georgia versus Auburn. Michigan, Michigan State. Quick picks and locks. Who's leading in the picks? We might not be able to get to that one because John's not here tonight, and we're pretty sure he has everything in his little notebook locked away. So, who's in, who's out? Let's talk. So this week, the playoff rankings came out. And number 1, LSU after beating Bama. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Clemson. And number 4, Georgia. Alabama sitting on the outside at number 5 after a loss. And Oregon right behind them at 6. So does Oregon have a chance to slide in sometime if all shit hits the fan?
I think it's crazy to. It's not crazy, but I think if Oregon, let's say a Clemson loses somewhere, losing the ACC championship, but I just think if it came down to that 4th spot, and it's between Oregon winning the Pac-12 champions, and you have to put them over Alabama or Georgia, who didn't win the conference, I think it's dumb not to put Oregon.
I think as a committee you have to put in Oregon, because Oregon went out of its way this year to schedule a hard non-conference opponent, and if teams can see that, like Alabama, how they kind of coasted on an easy schedule, you know what I mean? Other teams are going to be like, hey, I'm just going to coast on an easy schedule. Why go out of our way and, play a hard non-con opponent?
So if Minnesota goes undefeated, do you think that they get a spot in over Ohio State, or do you think? Oh,
if they beat Ohio State, they have to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I look at it. But a lot of people think because it's Minnesota that they won't. And I'm like, that's stupid.
But listen,
do you take undefeated Minnesota over a one-loss Bama?
Well, I feel like
champion one-loss Bama.
I feel like you have to. Big Ten's been left out the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. You got to give Big Ten. Undefeated
because this year, top to bottom, they've had a decent spread.
Yeah. Minnesota's had a tougher schedule than Alabama has so far. LSU has played the tougher team in LSU, but Minnesota's played Penn State. They got Iowa come up, Wisconsin.
At this rate, it's more likely that the Big Ten would get 2 teams in the SEC.
You really think so?
No, right now. I think this is how 2 teams in the SEC get in. So Georgia, LSU meet each other. Georgia knocks off LSU. So Georgia's going to make it because they're one-loss SEC champion. And then either LSU or Bama's going to get the benefit of the doubt and get it. Yep, it'll be LSU.
Well, how about this? Let's just say LSU wins the SEC.
Okay.
So it's LSU, Clemson wins, and Minnesota beats Ohio State by a field goal in the Big Ten championship. Like, are you not going to put both of them in? Because I think Ohio State's been the best team all year. Well, second best team all year behind LSU.
Well, I think it depends on, does Oregon win the rest of their games, win the Pac-12 championship? Does Oklahoma go on and win the
they got Baylor this week. Oklahoma has Baylor this week.
Yeah, and
they could be outright already.
They're a 10-point favorite.
Baylor is undefeated.
And look, they're a 10-point favorite.
Oklahoma is?
Yeah, I'm definitely riding Baylor.
Putting money on Baylor plus 10.
It's at Baylor. That's what I'm saying.
And they just survived a decent
Matt
TCU.
Rule knows how to stop these air raid attacks. He's a hard-nosed defensive man.
But, Oklahoma, talking about spoilers, Oklahoma could come in and just ruin Baylor's season. Yeah. And then we look at Auburn. Auburn could mess that whole layout in the SEC. Yeah. They still have to play Georgia this week and then play in the Iron Bowl 2 weeks later. So Auburn really has nothing to play for other than New Year's Six. They're out of the chance to go to the play or to the
they're out
to go to the conference championship.
Yeah.
But like I said, Auburn can screw that whole layup. Baylor could lose. But what you hope for is Baylor beating Oklahoma. Somebody.
So wait, we haven't even discussed this. What if Baylor beats Oklahoma, goes undefeated, wins the Big 12? Minnesota goes undefeated, wins the Big 10.
Do you kick out? Who do you kick out?
That'd be Clemson, Baylor, Minnesota,
LSU.
LSU.
That would have to be the final.
And that would be awesome.
I
if
feel like
Baylor loses the game, you gotta hope that Baylor. So if you're Oregon, you
the
hope.
only problem is
If,
I don't know if the committee wants to lose that much money because I don't
I
think
it'd
the
be
viewers.
great. I would like to watch
As the
it.
committee-
You might, but
But we're college football enthusiasts.
yeah,
Like,
we of course
these
we like it.
people are
Other
just
people are
nobodies
like
just
LSU
yeah.
and Clemson are gonna
But
dominate.
we don't want the committee's not set for let's pick the best fan base or like the team
Yeah.
with the most talent.
It's
They're
the
gonna
team
take
that has
the-
the best record and the best reason to
But
be
they're taking the best team on the field, so they could say some bullshit like, "Well,
Baylor
one
won-
loss, Bama is better than a."
I
I don't think they
That's
would,
not-
but
I don't think that's right.
that's what I'm saying.
But if you're Oregon, you hope that Baylor beats Oklahoma and then loses in the Big 12 championship. Oregon wins out, Minnesota loses to Ohio State, because then you have Oregon, Clemson, LSU, and Ohio State. I firmly believe that's how it should go. No SEC team. The Pac-12 finally gets in. The Big 12 has an undefeated Big 10 champion who cruised through their schedule. And LSU proving themselves by beating Auburn, by beating Alabama, and then playing Georgia and beating them. And then Clemson undefeated, obviously, in a weird conference. But they're Clemson. They're defending national champions. That's why they deserve to be there if they go undefeated.
Talking about Baylor, 3 games left in the season. They're home against Oklahoma this week.
yep,
Home against Texas
yeah.
next week. Finish the season at Kansas. And like,
Dude, they could get beat by Kansas, but say somehow they survive these 2 next games.
So
then
Les
Les Miles comes
in.
through and just takes care of a vulnerable.
I'm just
But
saying.
no, I'm so glad that Matt Rule, because when he left Temple, when he was at Temple, people forget they were a top 25 program. Notre Dame,
Yeah.
he got College Game Day
Yeah.
on that Halloween, and Notre Dame came to town. And then the following year, remember Baylor was on all the scandal, and he goes and takes his Baylor job because he knows he can kind of get job security. Like they know, like you're not going to get right away success. What is it, 3rd year, and he's already undefeated. He's He's stuck with the Baylor program.
Yeah.
They've kind of stuck with him, and I just think it's really good for college football.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. So, moving on, speaking of Minnesota, does the rowing end? Do they continue to go down that stream? They're going to hit the rapids soon.
I think Iowa
But do
knocks
they
them
flip?
off.
You think Iowa knocks them off? So, you
I think
they
they're
beat
too high
Wisconsin?
right now. No, I think Wisconsin
You
beats
think they
them
lose
too.
2 games?
Yeah.
I
Do
don't
they
think-
still go to the Big Ten championship?
Depending on Wisconsin, because Wisconsin's only a 2-loss team. If they win out, Wisconsin will get the nod.
Looking at Minnesota, they got Wisconsin last game of the year.
Where's it at? Is it at Wisconsin?
It's at Minnesota.
At
It's in
Minnesota.
Minnesota, bro, and that place was rocking.
I just watching Iowa this year.
Yeah, it
I
was,
think Iowa's
but-
all right. I think they can get a win this week. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see them beating Wisconsin though, even
So-
at home.
So, does
I
Minnesota play Iowa this week?
Yeah, they play at Iowa.
At Iowa. See, that's the game I think Wisconsin's not as good as everybody thinks. So, I think if anybody's going to beat them, it's going to be Iowa.
Iowa
Right.
4:00.
I mean, Wisconsin just beat Iowa, but it was in Madison. Like,
Yeah,
Iowa's at home. They're a different animal at
right.
home.
Yeah.
And checking that standings, like Minnesota needs to lose twice to not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So, they have to lose 2 games.
they got to lose at Iowa and then 2 Wisconsin.
Do they have a bye? Or
Well, who's
who
Wisconsin
else,
got left
Who else does
other than-
Madison have? Or Minnesota have?
Minnesota is at Iowa this week, at Northwestern,
They'll beat Northwestern.
home Wisconsin. Yeah.
I think it'll be a closer game than everybody
But wouldn't it be
expects.
so Pat Fitzgerald to knock off a
Yeah,
Minnesota
with
not
team?
Aiden
with- not
Smith,
with
though.
this
Not
Yeah.
with Aiden Smith, your third-string quarterback. I mean, shout out to him.
Okay,
He
what's
comes from Carroll,
Wisconsin's
but-
Wisconsin is at Nebraska this week, who is fighting to
Yeah,
get to the
the-
bowl game.
Yeah, right.
Scratching and clawing.
Purdue next week, who's
That's
also
dangerous.
fighting.
But it's at home.
It's at home against Purdue.
Yeah,
But
that's a
that's
blowout.
dangerous.
Fighting to get a bowl game.
Blowout.
And then Minnesota.
Is Purdue at 4 wins?
Purdue and Nebraska currently standing at 4-5 and 46.
And Purdue plays IU. I firmly believe that it'd be so IU of them to win big games and then lose to Purdue at the end of the season
Yeah.
for the Oaken Bucket.
No, wait,
And that's not disrespect IU. I just think that's
Bro,
until
you're
they prove-
disrespecting them. Give them the respect
They'll
they've
beat us.
earned.
They might beat Michigan.
They've earned it. They're top 25.
if
First,
they beat Michigan,
this is
heed my warning.
This is respect towards IU. First time being ranked since 1994. We got to give them the respect they
No,
deserve.
we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, heed my warning. If Michigan loses to IU, Purdue's beating IU the next week.
Right. Yeah. No, because they'll
That's
be
what
so
I'm
high.
saying. They'll
Yeah.
be so high.
Yeah.
They'll probably be the biggest win they've
And
had.
it's a rivalry.
And they've
You can
been
throw
trying to-
everything
they've been
out the
trying
window.
to get Michigan for the last like 7
When it
years.
comes
It's
when
been
it comes to
close.
rivalry, you just throw the book out the
And
window.
Yeah.
speaking of Big Ten, we are 3 weeks left in the season. The Big Ten currently has 8 teams already eligible.
Bowl
for the league.
eligible. Maybe 9, 10.
Could get up to 11.
That's crazy. Out of 14.
I looked at the schedule the other day and I was doing the math. What possibly could be the outcome,
Right.
if possible. Like Michigan State, Purdue, Nebraska they can all be bowl eligible by the end of the season. They all have to go 2 after.
And I still think Ohio State's the best team.
Oh, yeah.
I think
definitely.
they'd beat LSU. And whoa, what? Last night Ohio State showed they have a basketball team too.
Who'd they play?
Top 10 Villanova
And
beat
they
them by 30.
Let's go. Good win for the Big Ten.
And if you
As
listen-
much as
if
I
you
don't like
listen
Ohio
to-
State, that was a good win for
If
the
you
Big
listen to
Ten.
our first basketball broadcast, you know I said Ohio State is
I
a
know.
sleeper this year.
Yeah, and we
Okay.
said Caleb Weston played
Hey.
with his brother in the backcourt.
But what hurts the Big Ten is Michigan State loses to Kentucky, and then Kentucky loses to Evansville.
Yeah,
like
but,
that was
I
so
mean,
bad.
Michigan State's in a whole we don't know. They're always a we don't know, and then I think that ranking hurt them. I think that's
We'll save this for
Yeah.
Sundays. Yeah.
Sunday,
So anyways.
we posted on Tuesday.
Yep.
so. I think very good possibility. The rowing does not end until Indianapolis, and we'll see from there.
Right.
So I don't know about you guys, but that's my
I think
take.
didn't he get an extension?
They said 7 year.
7 years.
I think he's gone before then.
Yeah.
He's leaving.
Yeah,
He might do it depending if USC or
Because look what
somebody
he
comes
did at
calling.
Western. He was not there that long.
What if USC comes calling? What if Auburn comes calling? What if Florida State comes calling? What if not saying Harbaugh's going to do
Michigan.
it? Yeah. What if Michigan
I would take the
come
Michigan
Harbaugh?
job
That's
as
what I'm
PJ
saying,
Fleck.
yeah.
The hell yeah, I would take PJ Fleck.
is building up his resume, and you can tell in the future that he is headed to.
And
What
And-
what a matchup is a PJ Fleck coach team versus a Ryan Day coach team for 10
Yeah.
years. Very young coaches. That'd be awesome
That
to
would
see.
be.
Not talking ill on Harbaugh right now, but that would just be something awesome to see in Michigan if
Well,
it continues.
Well, the critics were kind of calling, like saying, "Hey, the gig's up either because of all this row the boat stuff,
Yeah.
and Minnesota wasn't on track." And people are like, "All right, is he kind of like a Butch Jones, where he's a good hype man? He's good, but is he an X's and O's
He's proven
coach?"
it.
And yeah, he's proven it this year.
And
that
not
he's-
only does this show a lot, and this is what his 3rd year,
Yeah, second.
second.
Nah, this is
Yeah,
third.
it's third.
third. I think it's third. Yeah.
And coming in, if Scott Frost doesn't get on that level, not like Big Ten, but if he doesn't get the wins up by next year, are we looking at him the same way as key coach?
No, I
at
think
Big
No,
Time school.
but you got to look at, if you're a Nebraska fan in the AD, who else are you going to go get? You know what I mean? Nobody's like
Nobody
the
wants
only
that
reason
job.
why you got the number one top coaching like guy at the time, Scott Frost was because he's a Nebraska guy.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't have gone there if he wasn't a Nebraska guy.
And
So
wants
who
to
else?
live in Nebraska?
But that fan base, that tradition of
Yeah,
Nebraska,
but I mean, a lot. It's so hard to recruit. That's why I don't think anybody's good for the job as Scott Frost. So you just got to write it out.
So the year's something. What has this year been filled of? And this has been crazy. I kind of.
You want me to
Yeah, go
start?
first.
I think it's the year of the offense. We've seen a lot of years where it's like up to this point, or the last couple years, what won national championships? Defense. And what has Nick Saban done? Gone out and hired multiple coordinators to be more offensive minded. What LSU do? They went out, got Joe Brady from the Saints, and now their offense is the best in the country. You got Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma. You got Ryan Day with Ohio State. People were thinking maybe Ohio State steps back, goes 9-3. Ryan Day's got that offense clicking. I just think the offense is this year also. USC with Graham Harrell. Yeah, we just have a lot of amazing offenses this
Go
year.
ahead, CJ. What do you think?
Speaking of Nick Saban and Crimson Tide, I think it's the year that the era, the dynasty, is over.
Ooh.
And like a lot of people have been saying, Alabama looks very human-like this year. Not so dominant, LSU was not scared coming into your stadium to play you. Not scared whatsoever. And we all watched that game.
Right.
Yeah, Alabama came back in the second half, but they were getting dusted.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate because I definitely believe and like I get what you're saying because like I kind of think the same way, but like what we've seen this before where people are saying this is the end of the era. What happens when Alabama gets all these 5-star recruits and kind of just rebuilds?
Here's the thing. I don't think...
Or do you think Nick Saban's about to be done?
I don't think Nick Saban's done. I think he got a couple more years left. But I just don't think top recruits are looking
The dominance
at
in
Bama
general.
Yeah.
and looking like... Not only they know the dominance is it, but maybe it's like, you know what? That time's past and gone.
I'm just saying the dominance in general is gone. He may make another playoff appearance by the time he retires. But I just think winning year after year and being there year after year is
so what do you think it is? Do you think coaches are catching up, or do you think maybe he's lost his passion because he's won so much?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying maybe the coach. I don't want to say the coach. I think the recruitment of players and how 5-stars are spreading it out now.
Right.
I think it's just a recruitment that other coaches are doing.
Yeah.
It's turning Alabama. And
So
really
coaches are kind of coaches are just kind of
So-
stepping up and
for
battling for top recruits.
I totally agree with that. I mean, hell of a coach. But it'd be fun to see some other teams rise to the top.
And another guy who was kind of hearing, not necessarily coming into this offseason, but the offseason before this, Ed O. People were like LSU saying how terrible of a hire it was and how much money they have to spend on him. Man, he's definitely. But shoot, if you want to talk about if he was going up against any coach in a fight,
mean,
man, I'm taking Ed O. Ed O's a big
Hey.
dude. You want to hear? He drinks like 6 energy drinks a day. Like he's always wired. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if he coaches defense, offense, special teams, but
He's just the hype man.
are ready to die for this man every time they step on the field.
I guess like I don't remember what player it was. There was like an interview. They were talking about like what's the craziest thing Edo like had done. He'd go in like headbutt stuff and like dude's fearless. So he's just like gets some super hype before the game and like willing to.
And last point. This is how I know it's over in Bama because I saw a video after the LSU Alabama game. When your team comes in and really show won by 20 plus, but they beat you by 5 or 6, and the other players on your team runs over to your recruits in the section watching the game and tell them, hey, it's over. It's time to come play for LSU. I think that's the time where you're like, you know what? It's about over in Tuscaloosa. I think Bama's about to look very human, like top 10 team year in year out, but not that dominance.
Okay.
So who do you think takes over? Do you think there's going to be another dynasty to come, or do you think it's just going to be back and
Clemson will
forth?
be there for a while. We'll see what they do.
I think
and then
Clemson
hopefully LSU.
I
maybe
don't
Ohio
think
State.
I think Ohio State might be on the verge
Ohio
of doing
State's
something.
on the verge of doing that. I don't think Clemson can last that long like Bama did, but I sure do think Ohio State can.
I think Ohio
That's
State's the
different,
next. Ohio State's the next dynasty.
All right, so it's the year of the upset.
Okay.
We'll look at Illinois beating Wisconsin and Michigan State. I mean, technically LSU over Bama, South Carolina over Georgia, Appalachian State over North Carolina. I mean, we've had so many upsets. Not to
Appalachian State
mention
over South Carolina.
Minnesota. Yeah. Wait, they won?
Yeah.
This last weekend they won?
Yes.
Holy crap. Why wasn't that like crazy
Appalachian
news?
State isn't undefeated anymore. That's why it wasn't big news.
That should have been bigger news that they're not undefeated.
But
Well, I mean, because it's not that big of an upset. App State's
App
a
State's
household
a good
name now.
team.
Now, because Michigan,
You guys played them when they weren't even.
yeah, we gave them a chance.
Oh goodness gracious! You were
Anyways.
playing a bunch of little white dudes.
No, Monte Edwards, their quarterback was a freaking beast, dude. Anyways,
We were at top 5.
but even
Yeah, I know.
Minnesota over Penn State, Kansas State
Well,
over
is it
Oklahoma.
gonna be a-
I think there could be more upsets to come. We have 3 great weeks of college
USC
football.
over Utah.
We have USC over Utah. To mention some of them, and I probably could go on more that I'm not even thinking of. Florida over who? Auburn? Did they? Wasn't that
Yeah.
upset? Yeah. So like these games, man, are just they're crazy. Texas lost to who? Texas lose to
They almost lost to Kansas, but
Kansas State.
Kansas State again.
Kansas
But
State
wait,
was
wait.
ranked though.
No, but I'm just it's still an upset as
Yeah.
much as we expected out of Texas.
But you almost forgot maybe not the biggest upset, but the one at week 1 when Georgia State went to Tennessee.
Tennessee and beat them.
Don't
Is that
forget
really an
about
upset
that.
though?
That seems like so
Is that
long
a
ago.
Jeremy Pruitt coach team? Is that really an upset?
I mean, that's a Georgia State to go into
Shoot,
SEC
Tennessee just
territory.
went on.
Okay,
Tennessee
so-
just beat Kentucky.
Yeah, yeah. So that being said, there's so much to do, so much to see, crazy rivalry games in the next 3 weeks. We'll see. We'll see if there's more upsets to come. I guarantee you, there's at least one. Oh, for sure.
I bet
It's gonna be
there's
Michigan
two.
over Ohio State. Just kidding. Michigan State over Michigan.
All right, what do we got next?
So, next we're going to talk in depth about some of these games. Oklahoma versus Baylor. Does Baylor have what it takes to win in Baylor?
I would
think-
say this right now.
I think they have a great chance because it's at Baylor.
No.
Nope.
Oklahoma got Oklahoma by maybe like a touchdown, maybe 10. I think Jalen Hurts come in and puts on a show.
Do you think?
So I mean, that's kind of it. Just so you don't think they're gonna get blown out. Like
I'm
if
not
they're
saying-
down a touchdown, they can get a pick six, go for two, and win.
They're not gonna get blown
So that's a
out.
chance.
But I think Oklahoma wins. I'm pretty confident.
They have a puncher's chance.
I'm going with Baylor. I'm rolling with Baylor.
Wait,
I-
are we picking?
Yeah, we're picking. We're going in depth too.
Okay.
So I'm going with Baylor on this one. I think that Baylor. You said they're plus 10. Dog. I think they keep. I don't know if I want to lock this one. I probably won't. But Baylor is
Wait, why wouldn't you?
because there's other games I said.
Oh, okay. I was about to say if you got them winning, you might as well go plus 10. bro.
I picked 3
Dang, it's
upsets
plus
last
10?
week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Plus
I
10.
picked 3 upsets last week and I hit on all 3. Minnesota, Illinois, and LSU. I picked and I hit on all.
Hey, just speaking of like betting and stuff, Texas, you
Don't-
killed me by not winning by 7 points.
Dude, do
Just
not,
let you know.
do not bet.
Did
on,
you see their plus
Do not
7
bet-
at Iowa State this
do not
week?
bet on Texas.
They're plus 7.
Hey, because you know how me and Caleb were at the Madden's game, sitting in different seats, and this dude calls me across the arena and said, "You gotta check your phone. Illinois just came back and beat Michigan State." And I could not believe what he was telling me on the phone. I got so excited. I thought I won my parlay.
And then
I
you
saw
look.
Texas only won by 3.
Oh.
Because he picked a -7. Or
Yeah,
-6,
Texas
right?
is a joke.
Yeah.
But, so my thing with Baylor is I just think they've kind of came out of the ashes. And if they lose out, even if they lose their bowl game, they have exceeded expectations. You
Yeah.
hate saying that, but they're not going to lose out.
Right.
I think they keep rolling, and it's a home game. They got scared at TCU, but I think they come back strong, and I think they beat Oklahoma. Kansas State can, why can't they?
Yeah, I'm going to go Oklahoma, but I think that Baylor keeps it within 10.
Like you would put
Or-
money on, like tomorrow if we go OTB, you'd put money on Baylor to keep it within
Well,
10.
I don't know if I'd definitely put money on it, but I think they could because I could also see like a late touchdown, a bullcrap touchdown.
By Oklahoma?
Yeah, like they get the ball late. They're
Like it's a
running
7-point
it.
game
Yeah,
and then they
they
win
just
by 14.
yeah, I could see that
Or a
too.
field
Or they're up
goal.
9 and
Yeah,
they hit
yeah,
another
field
field
goal.
goal. Yeah, but I'm going Oklahoma.
And then you got Oklahoma?
I got Oklahoma.
Okay.
Who's John got?
John has Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Okay.
All right. Well, so from what we have so far in the picks, I know Caleb had like 98. You were 97. John had like
91 or 92.
No, he had like 96. I had like 95.
Oh, so I was still winning as of
You
before
were
last
up
week.
1 on CJ.
You
90
moved to second?
Yeah, 99, 98. John's 97. I'm 95.
And is your 95 with your picks of last week?
No, we haven't
Okay.
done last week.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I'm still leading because my lock hit with an upset, so that's 3 right there, and I had a lot of good picks last week.
Right.
So,
yeah.
What we got?
And then
Where were
what
we at?
we got points for conference championships.
Yeah, so that's
oh,
why I
shoot,
said that
play.
probably will kill me in the long run, but it's okay. I'm just happy to be able to give you guys valid information.
Well, and we got the basketball. We got the brackets coming up and stuff, so that'll be fun. And we have the bull picks.
Yeah.
We're gonna face each other and stuff.
Definitely. And hopefully we'll get into that for our college basketball podcast. So this is the time we can talk about that. CJ, you want to kind of hint on that?
Yes, every Tuesday we'll be releasing a basketball broadcast about the NBA and college basketball. So give it a listen. The first one's out already, episode 1 about it. Give it just our predictions about college basketball and the NBA, what we think about the seasons, and just going through what our opinions throughout the season.
Yeah. So
It's gonna be awesome.
Freaking Auburn and Georgia.
Auburn, Georgia. Ooh, and it's at Auburn, isn't it?
Yeah. I think
This is a
Georgia.
toss-up for me.
I know. That's how I think it's gonna be too.
I'm gonna go with what's the spread? Do you know?
I think it was Georgia -2.
I think I'm taking +2. Auburn. This is not my lock, but this is why. It's at home. Georgia just got back into the college football playoffs. I think they're riding
Where are
too
you
hard.
taking Auburn?
I'm taking Auburn.
Auburn.
Well, we can
I-
go first.
No, I kind of like that because I think the front seven of Auburn can lock down the run game of Georgia, so it's all going to rely on Jake Fromm. He's
I
a
don't trust on Jake.
But I think Justin Herbert and his offense is better than Georgia's offense right now. Now,
Yeah,
Georgia's
yeah, you
defense,
could definitely
Georgia's
say that.
defense is better.
right, yeah.
But I'm saying to
it's
face
at
through your
Auburn.
defense, Auburn has some big.
But I gotta go Georgia. I have them in the SEC championship. I don't even know why I'm debating this. Go Georgia. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
I mean, even if they lose, is it going to be hard for them not to make the SEC championship?
Well, unless they lose another,
yeah. So
and I have them in the playoffs too. So yeah, I gotta roll with them.
I mean,
Did you say Roll Tide?
I got them in the playoffs.
I'm gonna go. This is hard for me. Well, before I give my pick, John did go with Georgia.
John went Georgia.
John went Georgia.
Homer.
You know what? I'm with Caleb. I'm gonna go Auburn.
Go Auburn.
I believe in our defense. And this is more.
So
of
I'm
me-
saying that front sevens.
it's more of me not believing in Jake Fromm passing. the
Yeah.
ball.
You mean Alex Smith?
And Alex Smith, the college football. Yes.
Mallory, you got a pick for this game?
Georgia.
You see, go Dogs.
That's it.
Good.
That's it. I know Georgia. That's 3-2. Me and Caleb saying
Can I pick Michigan State?
Ooh, and she's taking MSU. That's celebrity picks right there. She took Georgia and MSU to win.
But you
This-
realize if you don't win any picks, you'll never be allowed on the show ever again. So.
That's all right.
if you hit these two, you win all the picks.
All right.
They're worth 60 points each.
60 points each. Should be winning 120.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, what we got next?
All right.
Quick picks.
Yeah. Are we
no.
gonna get into Michigan State?
Michigan State.
Come
We
on,
gotta
Paul-
talk
come
about
on,
it.
you bunion.
Come on, Paul Bunyan.
Listen, let me say something.
Okay, yeah. You two
Let me
dive
say something.
into it first.
Before like 2 years ago, I didn't really have a hatred towards Michigan State.
Little brother.
Like I did Ohio State. I just felt like they're not us. They're little brother, little sister. They just.
Oh, he's a little sister.
So,
More like
Tim-
little redhead stepchild.
the past 2 years, I don't know what has got into me. Just a little itch they've been giving
You
me
just
lately.
don't like them.
And especially last year, when we went to state, Devin Bush tore out that field.
Oh yeah. See, now that was uncalled for. D'Antonio and Michigan State, that was totally uncalled for. They knew Michigan players were
Did you
working
know
out.
there's new rules for the game this year?
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
they
because
can't
that
take
happened.
the field 2
yeah.
hours before the game. They have
After
to
that
at least 2
happened,
hours
yeah.
before the game.
Because D'Antonio knew of your guys, what you guys' pregame ritual was, and he was like, because you saw him, they have video of him laughing behind
Yeah.
them doing it.
So I just think.
And that's I kind of knew you guys were going to win that game after Devin Bush kind of was like, I'm going to take on this
Yeah.
whole team right now.
And let's not forget, 93 yards of total offense last year in the game. And I don't think the offense is better. It might be worse than last year.
Okay, yeah, you guys, and I'll give the reasons or how Michigan State wins.
We got bad blood, baby. And it's gonna be in Ann Arbor. I still think the Wolverines take this one. Taylor Swift said it best. We got bad blood.
And like And like Chase Winovich, Rashad Gary said, sometimes you just have to put your little sister in place. And I think Michigan does that, and I don't think this game is close.
Is it like how Mallory puts you in place sometimes?
Ooh.
Okay, so
I'm just
here's
messing with
here's
you.
the keys to victory.
I'm
If
just
Michigan
messing with
State wins to get a win, here's the keys to victory. Number one is that defensive line needs to come to play. That front seven's going to have to lock down that run game. No ifs, ands, or buts. The run game will need to be
No
locked
Joe
down.
Bacci.
No Joe Bacci, and they're going to need to get some sacks. D-line. And then number two is their running game is going to have to get going. Not saying it will, but they have to get the run game going. They have to at least get a close to 90,
They're not
100
going to be
yards
able to
rushing.
throw in Michigan.
And that was going to be the number one thing. The number one thing is Brian Lewerke is going to have to do what he did 2 years ago and kind of take over the game and just put the game on his back.
How's the weather?
I don't know.
It'd be about 40.
It's not going to rain, though.
High 30. No.
Well, saying that, I'm taking Michigan. That's
No,
just
I
the
know.
only way Michigan State wins this ball.
Main reason.
Throw
You
the
gotta score
book.
more. You gotta score more points.
Throw
than
the
others.
book out the window though when it comes to rivalries. That's the
I
problem.
completely believe in that.
Go for it on a few fourth downs too.
Yep.
I think State's gonna
You-
have to do that to win this.
John also picked Michigan.
Yeah, we're all rolling
So we're all
Michigan.
rolling with
Yeah,
Michigan.
and I think I have not said this all season long. If you go back, I just been saying, like you said, our offense will take time. You know, I think this is the first game this year that you kind of don't see that speed and space. I think we play action a lot. I think we get at least 2 or 3 big passing plays this game.
Right.
And I don't think it's close. I
Kinda
really don't
spread
think this
them
game
out.
is close. Yes.
I don't think it's close to
That will be the best thing for your offense to do is spread out and
What's
kind
the
of get
spread?
13 and a
I'm
half.
taking that as my lock, and I'm taking Michigan.
Michigan is your lock. All right.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Okay, what's up next? Because I got my lock. You got your lock ready?
Go ahead. Say your.
Well, I'll get you when we get to our
Okay,
game.
yeah.
because
I got John's too. So
Okay,
go.
cool.
Okay, so that being said,
What's the next game,
Paul
boys?
Bunyan's gonna stay in Ann Arbor.
Paul Bunyan.
And sorry, I was getting texted about Detroit, Dallas tickets. CJ, if you want to go this weekend, let me know. I don't know how much they are yet. You sent them in the group. right?
Indiana, Penn State, or North Carolina, Pittsburgh.
at Pittsburgh. Ah, this is so hard.
What is
I think
it?
I'm gonna have
North
to.
Carolina Pitt?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
North
I'm gonna have
Carolina,
to-
Pitt.
North Carolina has not looked good. I think I'm gonna go with Pitt on this one.
Yeah, I'm with you all the way. I'm riding with Pittsburgh.
What time? At Pitt?
Yeah, it's tonight too.
It's tonight.
It's in 25 minutes.
Well, before that game comes on, give me North Carolina. And John took Pitt. I'm the only one riding with North Carolina tonight.
Okay.
What we got next?
Next game is Indiana at Penn State.
Indiana can make a statement, but they won't. Penn State.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's at Penn State. I'm definitely riding Penn State.
John also took Penn State.
Caleb, you taking Penn State? Or
I'm
does
taking
I-
Penn State.
okay.
I can't take the Hoosiers as much as we need them to win. I can't take the Hoosiers.
All right, what we got?
There's the if you need to see him.
All right, Navy at Notre Dame.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here's my lock of the week. I'm rolling with the Irish -7.5, or if it's -7 now, whatever it is, I'm rolling the Irish there.
This is John's last lock of the week. He picked Notre Dame to win.
But Navy
he
is
had Navy covering the 7.5.
That's his lock.
That's his lock.
Okay, let me read.
And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go with Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
I'm gonna go with Notre Dame.
ND.
What we got next?
Wake Forest at Clemson.
Clemson.
What's the spread?
The spread is a nice 34 for Clemson.
I don't see that happening. Wake Forest is what 7-2.
Yeah, that's crazy, but I'm going Clemson.
I'm going Clemson, but I would hope.
John's going Clemson. I'm
John's
guessing.
going
Yeah.
Clemson.
I would hope that Wake Forest would cover. Texas at Iowa State.
I'm so mad at Texas, bro. I'm
But if you pick one way, they're gonna screw you.
I know. I'm so mad.
That's true.
What do you got, Louis?
I got to ride Iowa State. I have them in my Big 12 championship.
Iowa State.
Give me Texas.
I know
John-
Caleb's just gonna pick whatever I
And
pick.
once again, John took
No, I'm
Iowa
not
State.
gonna do that.
John took Iowa State, so I'm the only one in Texas.
Okay, cool.
Minnesota, Minnesota at Iowa. What's the spread on this game?
The spread is
Minnesota's favored.
Iowa -3.
What?
Yeah.
I'm changing my lock. +3, Minnesota, and I'm picking Minnesota.
All right, I'm going to Iowa.
Screw
4
you,
o'clock. I'm gonna go Minnesota. I think PJ Fleck has him ready, and John took Iowa.
Split decision. Arizona at Oregon.
This is a blowout, Oregon.
47.5. I think Oregon covers that too. I got Oregon.
Dude, stop being Thomas Oregon. I'm Oregon. I'm picking
You're Thomas Oregon, going Oregon.
John also took Oregon.
I thought you were about to say took Arizona. I'm about to be
USC at Cal. Spread, please.
He's picking off the spreads. What's he?
The spread.
And you just cracked your chair.
-6 for USC.
Whoa, USC -6.
Yeah.
Cal's tough defense.
I'm Cal.
You're rolling Cal?
Okay, cool Bears.
USC's a totally different team from
Give me
home.
USC.
But they're at Cal. They're not.
That's
at
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Give me USC.
USC's not home. I don't know if
It's basically.
Oh, you
took USC. John took Cal.
John. That's what. I'll go split decision with you. I'll go USC, and especially because it's our rival. We need our rival to beat teams like this.
So did everybody say that lock but me?
I said my lock,
Yeah, I said mine.
so I changed mine to Minnesota +3.
Okay,
My lock will be.
let's go Peckerhead.
Peckerwood. Thomas Oregon.
I'm gonna change something, and this is gonna affect my picks. I'm changing a pick.
Oh, that's stupid. I'm just kidding. What's going on? Let's talk to
This
us.
is the first time.
He had to look over John's picks.
No,
We're in
this-
second place. Don't F it up.
This is the first time. I'm trying to take a lead. This is the first time that I think 3 people will have the same locks within the same game.
Going Notre Dame
Give me Navy
to win
to
outright.
win outright.
Nate and plus your luck, right?
Yes.
Okay. What a Thomas Oregon. He's
Dude,
gonna
I
lose all
switched
three.
my lock and
Do it.
Nah.
You gonna take Navy all the way? Wait, Navy's ranked too, aren't they?
23rd.
They're 6 and they haven't beaten us in a
Ian
while, so
Book
they're
and
1.
company won't get that many offense possessions.
Yeah.
Is he gonna take advantage of that? I don't think so.
What time's the game?
2:30.
What's the spread? No, I'm just kidding.
You can't.
You're off work, aren't you? Screw it.
You going Navy plus lock too?
Plus lock Notre Dame.
Plus lock Notre Dame.
So we're all doing the same lock.
I might as
just
well if
different
you
way.
guys are.
Alright.
Okay. So Caleb's changed his lock 3 times. Are you sure? This is your final answer. This is your final lock. Notre Dame.
Screw me.
You have changed it 3 times so far. Are you sure? That's
I don't know.
But like last week, I could have 3 locks because I was that confident. But my dumb self didn't
Right.
put them in a parlay, and I would have won. And I should have.
Before we move on, let's talk about the biggest spread in a Power 5 game in a long time. Does Ohio State cover the -52
Who are they
against
play?
Rutgers?
Yes.
It's at Rutgers.
Yeah, I think they won like 62 to
I might finally bet on them.
62 to 7 maybe.
What's the over-under?
I do not know that. You want to look that up? You
Ohio State will put up
You're
the
making
over under
up
on
for your
themselves. Over under will be scored by Ohio State themselves.
It has to be like 60.
If it's 60, Ohio State's putting up 60. If it's 70, Ohio State's putting up 72.
I don't think. Yeah, I think they cover it. It is the over/under.
It was Thomas Oregon.
If it comes up. What time is that game at noon?
Noonan.
It is not popping up.
Thomas. What did I tell you about the slow data?
All right, so what's the next? That was it. All right.
That was it. We just trying to get the over/under for Ohio State right now.
All right. Well, so let's talk about what are we going to kind of get into on the basketball podcast for Sunday. Do we have? Well, we're kind of going to
On
go into
Sunday-
our Final Four picks.
On
and-
Sunday, we will be going to our Final Four picks, Player of the Year, And we'll be also talking about what is going on with James Rising.
And I think I might kind of take this a fun approach because Joe Lenardi comes out with his bracketology. You know, like
Yes.
I think I'm gonna like kind of go out and off his bracketology, I'm gonna pencil it in and see who my Final Four is that way.
So it'd be really interesting. We'll also be diving into the NBA, talking about
The Lake Show. We're
How
gonna be
How
talking
about the
about the Lake Show.
Rockets and the Lake Show?
the Rockets heating up at the right time.
Why do we
early.
not play you guys till January, like 18th, and then we don't play you guys again till February? I wish
I
we
think
played you a
because
little
of
more.
like the Christmas schedules and everything.
Yeah,
else.
we play
So-
Clippers on Christmas.
We would go
You'll
deep
beat
into
'em.
the NBA,
Oh yeah, I think so.
talking about that, all the interesting duos and good matchups across the season.
Who
Suns,
does
look
John
at the
like? Is he a
Suns.
Pacers fan?
John is the Pacers fan.
So we got Pacers, 2 Lakers, and a Rockets.
Yep.
All right, so I think that's
You guys just need to play some defense, and you'll be
Hell
solid.
yeah, then we'll be good. All right. Thank you guys for listening to the Hustle Podcast. Signing off.